Right, my name's Jan Dyer and I moved up to Greenock from Malvern in Worcestershire on the 3rd of January this year, and didn't know anyone here, have no family here, no friends, and I heard about your voice through talking to a couple of women in the Greg's Cafe over a cup of tea, because I said I was looking for things to do locally, and they said come along and talk to you, and I did immediately that afternoon.
I was at a workshop in the job centre and it was looking at facilities and services in the community, and Julie and Sean had come along to that little talk workshop, and as soon as I saw them and heard them, I knew I was going to follow them right back up to your voice on that afternoon, and I was going to make myself known and I was going to be able to present myself and ask for help and guidance.
Two of the main things, I've joined the Greenock Writers Group, which I was told about, because I came, one of the reasons for coming up here was to have more time on my own to write, and there's a local writers group and there's also one in Glasgow which I found out about. So that's given me motivation to actually sit down and do some serious writing. And then the local initiative Compassionate in the Clyde has also put me in touch with the local hospital, and I'm having a meeting with them next week to do 3 hours voluntary work for their elderly patients.
My name's Angie Way.
Where do you live, Angie?
Barclays Court.
No problem.
Angie, thanks very much for having us
You're
over.
welcome, Julie.
We're just here to ask you a couple of wee questions about the difference the Community Connector project's made to you.
Yes.
First of all, just want to ask you, how did you hear about the project?
Through a staff member.
And did you get a visit for the many Community Connectors?
Yes.
Yeah, and what was discussed? Was it just
Projects were on in the town and that, so it was.
Good.
great?
What if
So,
different things that's going on?
What do you feel you're doing now that you weren't doing
I
before?
go to Shy Tea every Monday now,
Right.
so
Were you
I
getting
do.
out at all before?
No, once a month when my pip came in.
The information given to me by your voice has led me on to realise that there are ways that I can start my day. There are ways that I can wake up and choose to be. I can choose to be grateful. I can choose to spot the rainbows and the robins. I can make my mind up as to how I want to be. And it takes a lot of work to be positive. It doesn't take any work at all to be negative, but that is not a way that I choose to be in life. I love my life. I feel happy, and I have stress and I have strains like everybody else does, but it doesn't impact me deeply the way it would have before, because I can pop it in a box, I can pop it in a compartment, and I can deal with it with supportive people that I have been introduced to through your voice.
Oh, it's been an amazing help for me to settle in here. I found everyone very friendly and helpful anyway in Greenock town itself. It's a very friendly community, but the connectors sort of pulled me in the door and said sit down, have a cup of tea, and went through a long list of things which they knew would interest me when I told them what I was interested in. And through talking to them, I've found a whole range of different things to do each week, which has made me fit in even more into the local community and feel part of Greenock. So just within 2 months, I feel very much at home here already, and that's purely due to the welcome from the Your Voice Connectors.
I was also informed about the Activate course, which is the Community Learning and Development Link course, which I'm in week 5 of just now. That has been fabulous. I've met wonderful people.
See the assistance that the Community Connectors have given you, Angie, do you think it's made a difference to how you're feeling?
It's made a big difference to how I'm feeling, Julie, so it has.
What about you look forward to getting out and about? Is that?
Yes, I love getting out and about, so I do. I always did before I had the accident.
And
so
what
I
about
did.
new people? Have you met many new people?
I've met a lot of new people. I met a woman I used to work with at the hospital, so I did.
That's
Rachel.
fantastic.
They're
And
all
Rachel,
friends.
she's quite good help to you when you're at the
Says
Tai Chi.
Julie.
That's
Brilliant.
great.
I also had access to the wellbeing course, again through Julie here and Ashley here at Your Voice, and that was a course that I completed in December, looking at the 5 ways to wellbeing, and from there I have kind of picked myself up and moved on pretty rapidly. I have done a presentation at the Beacon about my experience, having done that course and what changes that has brought to my life.
Being 340 miles away from my nearest group of friends and family, getting to know people and what's happening locally is obviously very important, and if you feel part of the local community and you're actively involved in it and are bringing something to the community, I have always been a very community-minded person, then obviously your personal health and well-being benefit from that feeling as well. So yes, and your voice has certainly contributed to my personal health and well-being.
I don't know where I would be right now if I hadn't come into contact with Julie specifically. I came into the office, I was made very welcome. Conversations just about life in general, realising that what you're feeling is normal, that stress is a big part of life and that there's support available. Julie was able to put me in contact with help for my son and his Asperger's or ASD diagnosis. Julie met me here one morning and actually drove me up to Reach for Autism. She stayed there in the unit for, I think it was an hour and a half. I sat in conversation with one of the leads up at Reach, just getting emotional and practical support for myself and my son. And then Julie brought me back to my car and just let me know that there was always support available for me, that you guys were here. And that took a huge weight off my mind.
I feel a lot better now.
Good,
Sean,
you're looking
so I
great,
do.
you really are. And we
Thanks.
keep saying that to you every week we see you.
You feel $1 million.
Looking
$1
great.
million.
I don't know what I'm on, I feel
Did they help you fill in the forums and stuff like
Yes.
that? And you got your application through?
Is that-